Sorry, I'm thinking. Obviously, it's
Sure,
a good
no
deal.
problem.
I mean, how much can our ship hold? I don't know how much the ship can hold.
Your ship can hold a hell of a lot.
I look down to John and I'm like, excuse me, sir, but we have 3 cargo holds.
McBooth answers in exacts.
Of course he
gaseous
does.
substances.
Sorry, go ahead.
McBooth just tells you that you have room for a couple 100 tons worth of material. He tells you exactly how much.
Okay.
Governor Daxus will also speak up again and say, as a subsequent concern, maybe alongside this, if you wanted, you could potentially look into the reason on the planet for the 5% or the percentage loss in efficiency we've had here with our mining itself. You see, the 5% is not solely from the problem with trade and them no longer being willing to pay the amount they already had before. It is also a loss in efficiency of mining. So if you could look around here for that as well, I'm sure we'd be more than grateful. We have tried the standards, of course, of bullying, threats of violence, actual enacting of violence, torture, killing of family members, reduction of pay, reduction of sick benefits, and we've even taken away their low sticks just for a week.
Just for a week, huh?
Well, yeah, I mean, we don't want to be cruel here.
Obviously
Roll
not.
your willpower, Kruger.
Yeah, seriously, roll your willpower, Kruger.
McBooth whispers, talks lowly
close.
to John and says that Delta is fully capable of programming servitors above the efficiency of their standard workers, if they will to let him do his work.
If we were able to fix the issue of 5%, your output issue on the planet, what exactly would we get?
Well, we would be more than happy to pay you a small fee, a modest fee for the increase in output. It would be very beneficial if we were to actually have a better place to sell the material as well. Just the output, though, we could come up with something. He mentions a number that, with your basic calculations of your vast and amazing wealth, brings it out to about a 1% increase in your wealth, which is pretty good. It would be the equivalent to 1 profit point.
Oh, okay.
What if we do
I'm sure we can look into it. I think I'll have Delta do the servitor thing. It seems easiest. And then, yeah, load the ship up, I guess. What planet is it? Does he tell me what planet it is that best sells this stuff?
Well, what he normally sells to is a planet called the Igarian Dominion.
Look on the map here. Look at all these freaking windows.
It's just in between the planet we just came from and Lucen's Breath.
Oh, I see.
So we could potentially go to Footfall, which is a frontier world which might have a great use of this mineable resource.
Footfall's a special world.
Exactly.
So is the Igarian Dominion. Yeah, the Igarian Dominion is a imperial world with a decent focus on some basically like factory kind of stuff, mechanicum kind of stuff.
Shouldn't you have had an Imperium roll for this? Just telling us. I was about to ask, actually, so I would have had to roll.
He's telling you. He's just telling you what they do
Oh,
there.
that's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, because I mean, he sells there all the time. He knows why they buy this stuff. They make flamers, lots and lots of flamers. It's pretty, and hell guns.
My eyes
So
perk
nephew,
up.
fantastic for that.
Okay.
So that's why he's always sold there. I'm sure you could sell somewhere else if you wanted, I guess, but that's where we always sell. And if you're able to go there and convince them to give you a better price, then that's fine too.
So I might basically at a very long in a massive hall, sitting at the end of a long table. He's at the very other end, surrounded by basically just my 2 guys, McBooth, and a shit ton of fucking snobby noblemen.
And a bunch of guards on his part.
Yeah, I'm not worried about those. I've got a
Okay.
Kruger. I can handle that.
That's true. That's true.
But I'm see, this is the problem. I want to know why they were snickering. See, now I've got to ask. So I find the closest one that did snicker, and I ask him, "Sir, could I ask you a question? Why were you snickering when I was sitting down?
He turns to you.
If he's gonna deceive, I'm gonna inquiry. So, or not inquiry, but
Investigator or whatever the hell that thing's
yeah,
called.
it'd be investigate. I think. I don't think I have an investigate.
All right, so he looks to you and he looks you up and down and says, "Well, this is obviously just a place generally more frequented by people of noble stock."
Nope. I am of noble stock, I believe.
Oh, I apologize. It's so difficult to tell, with off-worlders sometimes.
Oh, it's because do they know I fought in the freaking pits of a goddamn penal world? Is that what this is?
They don't, but they don't know you fought in the pits per se, but you did come from a penal world. It's not exactly high nobility.
Doesn't matter how noble you are. Man dies like a man dies.
It's true, but they don't know that.
They do
I
now.
will teach them.
No,
You're
we're not
good.
doing that. There's no need for that. No need for violence. These men are completely unarmed. Even with their guards, they're unarmed. They're practically naked. For my might, Keck. No, Keck. I'm completely 100% serious. If I needed to, I'm sure I could have Delta put down murder servitors. It's not that
send
deal.
Rakan.
Or, yeah, just send the orcs down, and basically sending the orcs down to the planet would basically doom this planet instantaneously. Because if one dies or just is on the planet, it's over. So
Yeah, because you're not going to be able to pull them back. Not all of them.
no, I mean, yeah, and not to mention they just keep they just reproduce it over and over again, popping up. You just won't be able to stop them. It'd be the end of the world. So I have basically a biological weapon sitting on my fucking ship.
Kruger and John, go ahead and roll me awareness checks from both of you.
I'm not gonna be like being.
Can McBooth roll an awareness check?
Yes, you can.
Oh, Kruger actually passes an awareness check.
I've
Thank God.
passed the last 3 checks.
McBooth was too busy passing butter.
Okay, Kruger, you notice behind you a very strange hooded fellow with a gray hood and a red cloak on.
Oh, okay.
He sort of wanders up behind you there. Paw, if you wish.
I'm not sure if that's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Go ahead. Go ahead. No. Just ignore me. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about something.
Thinking about stuff.
Uh-huh. Make it good, Paw. Make it good.
Yes. Now I have to not do what I just did with what I was trying to do.
Trying to get your character into the game.
Yeah, I gotta
Is it
drag and drop the
Tezaval?
image. Yeah, that would be his name.
You know the trust
And-
issues after having these snobby motherfucking old men goddamn snicker at me as I sat down and then have to talk me into whatever the hell this is about to be. It's gonna be real rough. I just got through having my freaking navigator murdered. Man, fucking warped. I'm not exactly all that freaking stable as a captain. I just do things. I'm practically orc at this point, just talking normal. I just do things.
This is true. You do seem to just do things.
Hey, you're just the orc on the ship for now. Maybe this person will have a little more freaking information for you.
So I have just walked up to him.
Yes, so you were asked to come into the room because you will be sent to basically chaperone them. They don't know it yet, but you've been asked to come into the room and be prepared for being announced at this point. Let's see, but that's when Kruger saw you. He wasn't really supposed to see you, but then he did.
So my head's tilted to a way where I can see him out of my periphery of my eye,
Actually,
and I'm just watching.
Or do you want to roll a concealment?
Yet all they had to do is beat his awareness.
it would be a
Right.
silent move because I'm moving.
True.
Bonus or minus?
Well, people are talking. There's a little bit of an uproar, not really an uproar per se, but there was a conversation going on where John was getting rather heated at one of the nobles. So yeah,
I was
plus
not
10.
getting heated, sir. I was being very nice. Okay, all I did
Plus
was ask
10.
you questions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice. Okay.
Actually, no.
Although yeah, that still doesn't beat the 2 degrees of success.
Yeah, he beats it still.
Okay, so he still sees you, but he sees you right as Daxus looks over to John and says, "Well, John, then does the Lion's Prophet accept this deal?"
So he sees him at the same time as that happens.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah,
of course, we're
Kruger
going to
sees it.
accept the deal. It's a good deal. So
All right. And then were you planning on staying around the planet for a while here on Lucen's Breath to determine the efficiency problem and our manufacturing problem?
I'll have one of my men deal with that shortly.
All right. I would ask then that one of my men go with one of your men, just because this is, after all, as we know, my bread and butter. Everything that I do in my life is based on the mining here, so I don't want to just trust anyone to go look at it without one of my men there with them. So I would like to be sending Tezaval with you.
Tezaval? That's his name?
Yes. And he
I-
points to
I tap
the
John
hooded
on the
man.
shoulder as he's pointing. I'm like, "There's a man behind us."
Okay, that's fair.
Right. So he's there, ready to follow you as you wish. Tezaval, you may do as you wish now.
So pretty much the picture. Put gray hood and respirator on, so you can't actually see anything other than his eyes,
I assume he's human. So that's all I'm assuming because
without like an actual like thorough like look into it. Probably not going to be able to tell, other than
Right.
the unusual way that I appear and move. Which, by the way, like Eldar apparently have terrifying looking eyes, but that's beside the point. I haven't done anything to make you believe I'm anything other than just a creepy person.
picture I did for you. He has pretty human eyes, but
Yeah.
I plan to change that. I was just in a rush. I didn't want to hold Az back for too damn long.
Yeah, that's fine. So,
All right, so yep, he's there. You must assume human. He's got a gray hood, interesting red fur cloak, spikes on his armor. Doesn't quite look like Imperial tech, is that right, Tezaval?
that would be correct.
But we don't know if you actually know that. So, I mean, if you wanted to do it, you could do a lore Imperium check. Or if you don't, you can simply go about your day. Both are fine. So, you're going to have somebody check in on the efficiency
Okay.
problem with mining.
Yes, I'm gonna have Delta do that.
All right. So the problem is with the mining that it's not necessarily an issue with the larger mechanized parts of it. Those are all fine. It's the human run aspects of it deep down in the caverns where the larger machinery no longer works. We have people who go down there and they find what they can and mine them with sort of more of a hand pump sort of thing. And so they're the ones who are being less efficient than normal. So I don't know what you want to do with that.
Well, McBooth sort of flies over to the man to address him directly. Why do
Texas.
you not employ servitors instead of human counterparts down in those dangerous areas? That sounds suboptimal.
Well, humans are cheaper.
That may be true.
That
but
is fair.
Yes.
I mean, I'm here for profit. I'm not here to save more people.
Obviously,
Given-
if you're losing 5% profit, I'm assuming I'm hearing all this.
Yes.
I mean, if you're losing 5% profit of output because of output, it's obviously humans are not cheaper.
Well, the amount that I would have to spend on servitors in the sheer numbers that I'm looking at people would probably offset the profit. But if it does decrease any more, then yes, that would be a viable option, I guess.
I could offer the ability to servitor vast swathes of the population for a reduced price.